Hi everyone, so we're looking at the It's Time for New Genesis bundle. And this looks like we're featuring the T6 Malachowski and the T6 Oberth. So let's go over it and see if it's probably worth our money. Alright, so inspired by Genesis Project, Bring Life from Lifelessness, Zen Store, nice. Graced with a new Starship bundle promising to bring two beloved ship classes that have never before existed as T6. Well, that's what usual new T6s are. Okay. Yeah, only as T1s. They will be available June 24th for 7,500 Zen. And from that date until July 1st, so we got a weekend, the bundle will be 35% off. Okay, sure. So the Clark Multi-Mission Command Cruiser and the Grissom Light Science Vessel. And special note that the Malachowski and Clark variants have been added to the Federation Light Cruiser family. Okay, so that's like the Reliant, the Miranda class, whatnot. That's cool. Oh, and the original T1 Malachowski class remains unique to the Discovery era and cannot be used on Miranda class variants. Alright, sure. The Grissom includes the Oberth class, yep, in motion picture and next generation variants. Nice. And they will be available as separate purchases outside the bundle. Fantastic. And let's see, alongside the two new starships, the new Genesis bundle will include a few extra things, and this is the Genesis ground vanity device. Okay, sure. Oh, this is new. And can be reclaimed on each character, just to get that out of the way. So previously only available in the low-buy store, and these outfits, even more previous to that, only in the Lithium store, the Wrath of Khan Captain's Vest, Engineer's Vest, and Excursion Vest, and the Type 2 Phaser Compression Pistol. So these are all featured in from Wrath of Khan all the way to Star Trek Undiscovered Country. Well, at least these uniforms. The Compression Pistol was only seen in Wrath of Khan, but anyways. It will also have one-time 2 experimental Starship upgrade tokens, okay, and 2 fleet ship modules. So I assume these 2 have fleet variants as well. And of course available to console at a later date. So let's see what we have. Oh, this is different. The Genesis ground device is different from the one given to Foundry authors, similar to the animation and effects, but does not include the Starfleet coffin that appears when the Foundry thank you gift is activated. Well, that's a bit lame, but that's fair to the Foundry authors. Okay, let's look at the stats of the multi-mission command cruiser. So, from what I understand, this command cruiser is basically like, it's kind of like, let's just call it a light dreadnought cruiser. It has 1 hangar bay, and it has the weapon system efficiency and shield frequency modulation, which dreadnought cruisers have. But anyways, let's go over the stats. Federation allied, if you have a level 65 Klingon, or you have cross-faction flying unlocked through the C-Store, you can't fly this on any character. Alright, so hull modifier of 1.25, that's not bad. 1.1 shield modifier, 4 weapons, 4 device slots. Lieutenant Tactical Ensign Engineering, Command Engineering Command, okay. Lieutenant Commander Science, Lieutenant Commander Universal. So that's not too bad. That could be quite useful in terms of seating. 3 Tactical, 4 Engineering, 3 Science for consoles. That's, well, it's not going to be a top performer for DPS in that regard, but that's okay. 9.5 base turn rate. That's good. 1.6 impulse modifier, so it's going to be a pretty fast cruiser. Inertia of 35. That's good for a cruiser. I mean, it's the average cruiser has 20 to 30, so it's okay. 5 weapon power, 5 shield power, and 10 auxiliary power. Well, that's weird. Why give a extra auxiliary power to a cruiser unless you're doing Ox to Bat builds? Oh, I suppose it has a hangar base, so that helps. Anyways, it can use dual cannons. Nice. It has the Genesis seed console. We'll look at that in a moment. And one hangar bay with peregrine fighters. Okay. Inspiration abilities. We've covered that. And regular Starship mastery packages. And there's the Admiralty. So the Genesis seed, we're looking at a 5 kilometer straight forward. Creates Genesis seed 5 kilometers straight forward. Okay. Takes up to 10 foes within 5 kilometers, up to a value of radiation damage, and all subsystem damage per 5 seconds. Okay. 4 or 5 seconds, sorry. No shields. Okay. Gains 1 seed energy each second per foe. So the more foes there are, the more seed energy you'll get after 30 seconds. Or if 120 seeds are reached, foes within 10 kilometers will get a value of kinetic damage, and it scales with the seed energy, and repel. Okay, and okay, why is this? We need more stats, guys. These blocks are very vague in that regard. Anyways, greater than the sum the Starship Trait. So when you activate auxiliary power, emergency power to auxiliary, or any command bridge officer ability, you get a bonus to yourself and allies within 10 kilometers would be better, but okay. To all subsystem power, hull regeneration, shield regeneration for 10 seconds. That's it? 10 seconds? Okay, sure. Effectiveness will increase and scales up with the number of allies affected up to 10. Sure, including yourself, so. Okay. This may only be triggered once every 10 seconds. Oh, I mean, that's not too bad, actually, in that case. You can keep it constantly running if you have emergency power to auxiliary and multiple command bridge officer abilities. So use it once every 10 seconds. Nice. Allies count when determining the scaling will include players, pets owned by players. Okay, so targetable summons, including large pets such as saucer separation, ship summon via bridge officer abilities, but excludes targetable torpedoes, mines, and some minor temporary constructs. That makes sense, yeah. Oh, and a Starship Trait tooltip to self and up to 10. Oh, that's a tooltip. Plus 2 to 20 all power levels, and 0.3 to 3 max hull and shield each second. Okay. Oh, and in terms of appearances, that's the 25th century T6 aesthetic. It's not bad. I'm not sure quite a fan of that, but it's okay. As for the Grissom light cruiser, this aesthetic is quite interesting. It looks like one of those white-hulled T5s, actually. Alright, so we got the Grissom light science vessel. Let's go over what we have. Again, get cross-faction flying with level 65 Klingon or buy it. Hull modifier 0.85. Well, that's pretty standard for a science vessel. 1.4 shield modifier. Yeah. 3 weapons. That's standard. Lieutenant Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Science, Commander Science Temporal Operative, and Ensign Universal. Okay, so this might hinder damage potential if you're going for an EPG build, but it does have Temporal, so that's nice. Overall, I think this might not be a top performer for EPG torpedo builds, but it can work as a good substitute for one of those more expensive ones, such as the Verne. Console 2 Tactical, 4 Engineering, 4 Science. Okay, that's good. I mean, if you're going for those top-end meta science builds, the amount of consoles per profession doesn't really matter because you'll be using a lot of universal consoles anyway. Base turn rate of 13. That seems low for a light science vessel. Inertia of 50. Nice. 0.15. 0.15 impulse modifier. Okay. Plus 5 shield power and plus 15 auxiliary power. Nice. That's good. The phase space membrane. We'll look at that. Secondary reflector. Subsystem targeting. Nobody uses this. Sensor analysis. Yep. Modulation. Molecular reconstruction abilities. Yep. And a standard science vessel. Mastery. Admiralty stats. All right, so the phased space membrane. So what we're looking at is, oh, well, let's just read this then. Minus 20 current auxiliary power per second for 20 seconds, and deactivates if the auxiliary power is 0. So let's assume you have a pretty good auxiliary power-based science vessel. So you'll probably have around 120 auxiliary power. So that's going to last you, well, 120 divided by 20 is 6, so 6 seconds. So you will have to find ways to boost your auxiliary power. Emergency power to auxiliary, batteries, all that to if you want to reach this 20 seconds. And of course, your power transfer rate is capped at 250. And your immunity and physical kinetic damage will increase. So from 1 second to a total of 20 seconds, incrementing by 20 every second. All other damage resistance rating, plus 420 to 400 all other damage resistant rating. What does it mean by all other? Sure, okay. And 20% to 400% bonus all damage of torpedo weapons. So that's 400% bonus damage. That's big. But if that, of course, that's assuming you can sacrifice all your abilities and batteries just to keep this up. So I suppose this could work well. In terms of if you can keep that running, it could do very well for that 400% boost. But otherwise, this might not be very easy to use for many people. Alright, so by the book, the Starship Trait, when activated, so when you activate an anomaly bridge officer ability, it will extend all other anomalies already present by 2 seconds. So, Gravity Well, Titan's Rift, Subspace Vortex, all of this jazz. From the sounds of this, it might not sound too great, but let's go with 2 seconds. So 2 seconds is, on my build that has the most anomalies, I have 5. So let's assume I launch Gravity Well right away. That's going to last for, with the traits I have, that's going to last for 40 seconds. So if I activate the other 5, it's going to increase the time by 8 seconds. Well, no, the other 4, sorry. 5. I have 5 abilities, I have 4 other ones. So that's going to increase by 2 seconds each, so that's 8 seconds, 48 seconds total. That means I can get an extra Gravity Well in there once that Gravity Well recharges in 40 seconds. Again, due to the improved Gravity Well trait. But overall, if you're using this for an anomaly build, there are much better Starship traits out there for this kind of thing. Like, for example, improved Photonic Officer, Go for the Kill, Checkmate, what was it? Spore-infused anomalies and all that. So if you can't have those, go for this one. The traits I mentioned increase the damage of these. So if you destroy your targets before that this makes any difference, then this trait becomes useless by then. But anyways, these ships do have fleet ship options. So the improvements, we'll see 1.37, 1.21. Nice. 3 tactical, 4 science. Okay, you know what? It would have been nice if this was put here. So again, that's not too good, but okay. The fleet Oberth has, well, I mean, this again doesn't matter too much. Improved hull modifier and 1.52 shield. That's pretty high. So that's nice. But yeah. So this is cool. And you know, it's funny, back on April Fool's Day, I made this post on my channel, for the ones that have subscribed would have seen this, that there's going to be a T6 a T6 Oberth, and I made all of this up, but and I think it was midnight and 1 minute on April 2nd, they posted the image of the new Oberth, T6 Oberth, and I was waiting to do this announcement this entire time, and it's finally come. So yeah, but So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Helps out the channel quite a lot, and it's free, so why not? Also, you can contribute to my Patreon if you want to. Link in the description, where you'll also find the link to my Discord server where you can speak to fans and myself directly. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!